has got quite a strong smell to it.
What's up everyone, I'm Chris. We got Steph behind the camera and we are in Da Nang to continue our food tour of Vietnam. Here in the central region of the country, there's a lot of unique and interesting flavors in the cuisine. So today we are going to be trying some popular local dishes and we're kicking it all off with a nice healthy breakfast. Let's go. We're starting our day off with this super popular central Vietnamese dish and especially famous here in Da Nang. This is bun jang cuon thịt heo, which is sliced pork belly that's boiled and made into these fresh rolls. You can see there. Look at that delicious pork belly, just very lightly cooked. You can see it's not seasoned at all. We have a ton of veggies to go in our fresh rolls here. We have, it looks like, delicate rice paper rolls, as well as wet rice paper rolls here too. But the first thing we need to do is make that sauce. Now this is made with peanuts and a fermented fish paste. You can see, ooh, look at that. It's quite thick actually, wow. Add a little kick of chili into this sauce here, as well as little limes. I actually think this is a calamansi. So let's get that, oh wow, so juicy. Let's give her a nice mix here. That sauce is so thick and it actually really smells peanutty. Now that we got our sauce, it's time to make our pork belly rolls. And again, there are so many fresh veggies here. I love that about Vietnamese cuisine. So I think what we're supposed to do is grab our little container of water. We have our hard rice paper roll here. And we dip all four sides. And then we have our wet rice paper rolls here. So we stick that down and get one of these wet rice paper rolls there. Woo, look at that. And then we start loading her up with everything. So we got the delicious boiled slices of pork belly. You can see there, they're super thin. Look at that. Again, no seasoning whatsoever. The magic is in the sauce and all of the veggies and everything else. So I guess we got some cucumber here, some, mango. Fresh raw mango. That's like unripe mango as well, look at that. Get some of that in there. Looks like a melon, some sort of melon there. And then, again, just a tray of your fresh veggies to go with it. So it looks like we have some bean sprouts, fresh bean sprouts here, some fresh cabbage. It looks like some cilantro and some mint. Ooh, yep, some mint there. Rip a little piece of our lettuce off in there, as well as some fresh spring onion. Oh, okay. So now we have our delicious fresh pork belly roll. So we just give it a wrap her up a little bit. Oh, look at this. So cool. The do-it-yourself process is just so fun as well. And again, the magic is the sauce here. So it's peanutty and fishy. All right, here we go. Oh wow, look at that. First bite of the day, and we couldn't have asked for a better start. All right, here we go. Wow, that is ultra fresh tasting. All of those fresh veggies just add an amazing crunch. You got almost a bitterness from the cabbage, a nice fresh wateriness from the lettuce, but that raw mango, the unripe mango, really adds a sweetness, but a sourness to the rice roll as well. And of course the star is that pork. You can really taste that pork belly flavor, really porky. That pork is quite meaty and savory, but that sauce, oh, it is peanutty, it is fishy from the fish paste, the fermented fish paste, as well as that calamansi really added such a sour zing to that sauce. It is like super sour. Delicious. And I love how there's two different types of rice paper that are used because it gives off a different texture. This one is a bit more chewy when it's wet, but this one, this wet one, is like a soft noodle almost. So cool. What I wanted to do is just show you the pork belly again and just how thinly cut it is. So tender, but just has that pure pork flavor because there's, again, no spice added whatsoever. So it's just fresh pork, but with everything else, it just makes for a complete healthy meal, especially for breakfast, I'd say. It just feels healthy what you're eating. Okay, let's make another one. Let's get our dry rice paper roll wet here, moisten it up. Let's stick it onto our wet rice paper rolls here, pull it up. Oh, look at that. So sticky. Let's get our amazingly fresh pork belly here, boiled and sliced. Let's get some fresh veg in here, the cucumber, the melon, it looks like, fresh mango, some bean sprouts, cabbage, some mint, cilantro, some lettuce, and a sprig of green onion there. A couple sprigs, how about? And let's give this a nice wrap. Oh, wow. Look at that. This is the perfectly balanced meal to start our day. Oh, the best way to start our day. Oh, that sauce, so good. Non noir. Non noir. Oh man. This is amazing.
It's a hot day today here in Da Nang, so I think we need a little something sweet to cool ourselves off.
Thứ hai đúng không ạ? Đây thử coi. Đây thì thứ hai đây là cái dắt đi đi. Thứ hai đi thì cô tới tôi chở đi. Mà đây buổi chiều. Đi buổi chiều.
Come on.
Oh, come on. So we have got our delicious glass of jay. Now jay is a very popular, like a dessert sweet soup here in Vietnam.
Could be a drink as well,
yes,
I think.
Yeah, like sometimes drink, sometimes a soup. And the one here in Da Nang is special because it's called Jay Soa Soa Hat Liu, which is a mouthful in itself.
That's a mouthful.
But what's special about it is the soa soa, which is a jelly here that is made of seaweed. And then the hat liu, which is, look at this on the top here, these beautiful tapioca balls that actually look like pomegranate seeds, but they're made of tapioca. So we've also got a ton of ice. What else? Did
Coconut
they put in there?
milk.
Yes, coconut milk.
Oh,
and
it just
then,
looks so cool and so layered too, you can see.
I don't know what this is on top. I'm
Not sure. Some sort of
She told us, but I
tasty
didn't
something,
get it.
so I guess we'll have a taste. But
Yeah.
yeah, look at
Yeah, you go
these
ahead.
tapioca balls that look exactly like
Pomegranate
pomegranate
seeds. Yeah,
seeds.
they're so weird, so interesting. I've actually got a really nice pile of them here. Look at that. These look super cool. Okay.
Yo.
Yo.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, just like go from the bottom and just like,
Get a
All
nice
right.
scoop. Okay, here we go. Ooh,
the tapioca balls are so chewy.
those are nice. Wow, the jelly actually just kind of like falls apart in your mouth.
It is very soft. It does not taste like pomegranates at all.
I actually love how chewy those, I want to say pomegranate seeds are. Tapioca. Love how chewy they are. Oh,
This big yellow chunk that we didn't know what it was, I think it's like a lotus paste. It's a lotus paste, so it's quite smooth.
oh, that's nice. Yeah, it does taste almost like a bean paste or
Like a
something
bean
like that.
paste, yeah. Very, very beany. A bit mushy.
Look at this here, all those layers. I think the best way to do it is to mix it up because we've got a lot of ice on the bottom to kind of cool the rest of the ingredients down here.
Good idea, yeah, yeah. Ooh, there's just so many of these jellies too. Soa soa. Look at that. And these jellies are special because they're made with seaweed,
Yes.
I believe. Seaweed jelly, so.
Well, actually, okay, once you mix the ice in there, super nice. It really cools everything down. This is
Oh, I
actually-
forgot there was ice at the bottom.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Important feature. But you know what? I really like this because it's sweet, but it's actually not overly sweet.
Yeah.
It kind of has a mild sweetness
You
to
only
it.
put a
it's-
little bit of that sugar
yeah,
water
yeah.
in there.
So it's actually just more refreshing than anything else.
Oh, that coconut milk though, it just makes the entire thing so coconutty. Such a nice creamy coconut flavor. Oh,
You're right, it does.
those jellies too, almost melt in your mouth too. It's got the texture of like Jello.
I was just gonna say that it's more of a jello than like a chewy jelly.
Yeah, again, not sweet at all, just like the tapioca. You're very like subtle, almost just tastes like jellies.
Yeah, yeah.
Really.
It melts in your mouth to a certain degree.
Like gelatin. This is actually so refreshing, isn't it? And this
nice.
shop actually has been around for over 45 years, we were told by the owner here. And you can see people are just coming and going. She has so many just ready to go because people just drive up on their bikes, buy a bunch, and then just take off. But you can also sit here and have one fresh with ice like we are here. So
You can tell it's a popular spot for sure.
definitely one of the most popular spots for the J.
Swa
Swa
Swa. Swa Swa Hat Loo. Yeah,
Hat
that's
Loo.
a tough one to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we came here because this is really refreshing. Just a
Must
little bit
visit.
sweet. Yeah, nice on a
Must
hot
visit
day.
in Da Nang. Oh, Nanwa. Nanwa,
Very
so
good.
delicious. Oh. The owner is so sweet too, so definitely pay this place a visit in
Yeah,
Da
this
Nang.
place is great.
All right, I think it's about time that we go for some noodles. Now, these noodles that we're about to have are very, very unique and pretty fishy, I think. This is gonna be interesting. Xin chào. Mắm nấm.
Mắm nêm đây. Dầu. Ớt. Đậu. Hành phi. Rồi, ok.
All right, we have our delicious bowl of bún mam nim. Now this is a rice vermicelli noodle, and what makes it special is that not only does it contain the regular fish sauce here in Vietnam, but it's also made with a fermented fish sauce that's called mam nim. And let me tell you, oh, that is pungent. It has a very strong and different smell to it, pretty fishy. And we got ours with roast pork on top. You can just see that crispy roasted pork there. And we have some veggies to put in. Actually, she put some veggies at the bottom here. So let's give this bowl a mix and give it a try. This bowl is packed with peanuts, the fried shallots. There's also a little bit of chili sauce in there as well. But you can see that mam nem sauce, so dark there, but let's just give this a nice big mix up. We got lettuce on the bottom of the bowl, so fresh, as well as, oh, look at those. It looks like some radish, some little diced up radish, chopped up radish there. And look at these nice vermicelli noodles as well. Oh, looks so soft and delicious. As I'm mixing this bowl of noodles, it is enhancing that pungent smell of that fermented fish sauce. Oh, it is very strong. We love dried noodles, and this one looks amazing and smells very interesting. Okay, let's get an ultimate bite here with the roast pork, all the veggies, the lettuce, and these delicious, delicious noodles as well. Oh, look at that. Oh. I can't get over this smell. It's so different. Okay, here we go. Okay, that mam nam sauce is definitely fishy, but to be honest, the smell is a lot more strong than the flavor. The flavor is actually very mild. It is sour and spicy and a bit salty because I believe it's made with the fermented anchovy, but the smell is definitely stronger and more pungent than the taste is. It is actually very, very flavorful. That roast pork, oh, so juicy and so crispy, that crispy skin. It goes perfectly with the noodles, to be honest. Once again, the use of the fresh veggies in the dishes here in Vietnam just add that freshness, that crispness and crunchiness, but you can never have too many veggies, so let's add a little bit more into our bowl here. A little bit more lettuce, a little bit more of that radish as well. We have our sauces here to add in. So we have a garlic sauce, 2 types of chili sauce, and as well more of that mam nam fermented fish sauce. So we could definitely use a little bit more to make it just a bit more pungent, I'd say. Look at that. Look how thick that mam nam sauce is. Oh, it is so strong smelling. So we'll just add maybe just a tiny bit more. Ooh, we got a sweet chili sauce here. Look how thick that is. That's sticky. As well as a little bit more of that really orange, spicy chili sauce. Oh, and look at the fried garlic chili oil here. Look at that. Let's get some of that in because I love garlic. And get some of those chips in too. I love vermicelli noodles. I have to say they are my favorite type of noodle because they're so light and airy almost. It's not heavy at all, so this is a very light dish. It's almost like a noodle salad. Let's get a nice bite with all that other sauce. Much more fishy after adding the extra fish sauce. That's good. Pork skin. So crispy. This is definitely a dish for the adventurous here in Da Nang.
Being on the coast here in Da Nang, we've got to make sure we get ourselves some nice fresh fish.
Chilies, ginger, garlic. Wow. So much lime. Wow. Oh, and fish sauce. Oh, and look at those sesame seeds. Wow, and peanuts too.
We have got our delicious spread of loy ca nam o. Now, this is a fresh raw fish salad, and you can get it in a number of different ways. Dry, wet, I think fried, but we went for the wet one because that is the most popular one here in Da Nang. And again, being a coastal city, there's just so much delicious fresh fish that you just need to have it while you're here, and especially have it raw, I think, because then you just get so much flavor with it. So you can see here, we have got our raw herring, and it is sort of cooking, I would say, in that kind of ceviche way with all the lime juice and everything that they put in it. That has got quite a strong smell to it. It looks super delicious. So the way to eat this, even though it's a salad, if you will, again, it's eaten as a roll with rice paper, which just makes it even more fresh because you have all these incredible fresh veggies that you get with it. Let's get going. We've got our nice fresh lettuce here. Just get a nice bit of that. And we have tons of nice herbs here, it looks like. I'm actually not too sure what this guy is, but let's throw some of that. We've got some even colorful ones this time around. Look at these guys. A nice perilla leaf here too. Look at that. These guys are actually usually so tasty and fresh. You've also got some of these very interesting looking herbs. Look at those. So let's get some of those in too. And you can see this is a very similar dish to what we had earlier today with the rice rolls like this, because again, this is a very popular way of eating food here in Vietnam. Got some nice cucumber, that nice raw unripe mango. Okay, and the official star of the show, this herring still has the skin on it, and it's actually changing color as it's kind of cooking in the ceviche style there. We've got some nice sesame on top as well as huge peanuts. So let's just get a couple of pieces on here. Oh man, this looks pretty tasty, super saucy. Is it gonna be spicy? I'm not too sure. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Let's put just a little bit of sauce on here for good measure and extra flavor. Gotta get down the skill for rolling these fresh rice paper rolls. Okay, here we go. I think, you know what? Not too bad. Didn't do too bad there.
Did it way better than I did.
I think we're getting the hang of it now though, so like, am I cheating? I don't know. Okay, let's do this, okay. That is quite spicy. Oh man, those flavors, very strong. Wow, that is honestly a complete flavor bomb. There's just so much going on in my mouth right now, from the tanginess of the sauce to the spice of the chili, which really kicks, but it actually doesn't linger for very long, so it's quite refreshing. Non hoa. Non hoa, oh, delicious, very, very good. This is so incredibly flavorful, oh my gosh. The fish itself actually is very mild. I was expecting it to have a bit of a stronger taste, especially with it being raw like this, but it's actually super mild, meaty, a little bit chewy. Oh, and those fresh veggies in there, they add such a nice fresh crunch to it. Again, there's something so interesting about the textures of Vietnamese cuisine, with the softness of the fish and then the rice paper roll, which starts out hard and then gets softer as it gets wetter as you go along. The crunchiness and the freshness of the vegetables and those fresh herbs is just so nice. And actually, that kind of sweet sourness from the mango too. That is just so, so good. I have to say, for some, this might be a bit of an intimidating dish with the raw fish and the skin on it. It definitely looks a little intimidating, but honestly, I have to say the flavor and the textures there, you almost can't tell that you're eating raw fish, and just, oh, it is just bursting with delicious fresh flavors. This is so much more than I was expecting. Wow. I want to try just a piece of the fish on its own to just get the full, whole flavor of this guy. Texture is really nice, super fresh. The taste of the sauce, the fish sauce, the spices, the garlic, that ginger, the chili, wow, it just really takes over the taste of the fish. It's not until you get to the end that you can just taste that mild flavor of the fish, which again is very mild, super fresh, really tasty. Wow, that is some nice fish. I have to say the flavors here in Central Vietnam surely do pop. The spiciness, the tanginess, and everything about this dish is just insane. So tasty, and I love the use of the fresh fish here in Da Nang, being right on the coast, and just with those fresh veggies and everything, this really is a fresh roll. Okay, need one last dip to finish this off. Look at that sauce. Oh my gosh. That is spicy, fishy deliciousness. So good.
Okay guys, we made it. Last stop of the day. We are here for the Central Vietnamese dish that originated here in Da Nang, bun xào. This is gonna be amazing. Xin chào. Woohoo.
Quay bên đây nè. Ra đây, ra đây. Ra luôn đấy. Anh đợi dưới lề đường cũng được anh.
Our last dish of the day, this is bun xào. Now this is a Vietnamese crispy, sizzling pancake. And you can see there, they look deliciously crispy and crunchy. And she is cooking up so many back there on the fresh charcoal, like cauldrons, like cooking, I don't even know what those are. They're not even a grill. And the pancakes are so yellow because it's made with a batter of rice flour and turmeric, which gives it that really yellow color. And you can see there just how crispy and oily and thin they are as well. Look at that. So we got 3 different kinds. We got a shrimp, a beef, and a mix, a thap cam. And you can see that there is bean sprouts and green onion that are sprinkled on top as well. Once again, we have so many fresh veggies as well as our rice paper rolls to make a nice roll with our bun xào. Oh, and actually, before I forget, we need to cut our bun xào in half here. So, whew, look at that. Oh, so crispy. And to top it all off, of course, we need something to dip our bun sao with. So we have this super thick peanut sauce. Oh my gosh, come take a look at this. Look how thick this yellow peanut sauce is. Maybe there's turmeric in the sauce as well, because that is a yellow sauce. Oh, and again, look how thick that is. That looks delicious. It's time to make one of our bun sao. So we have all these fresh veggies again. The cucumber and the lettuce, always so green. Of course, we got that unripe mango. And this time we have some pickled daikon and carrots there. Ooh. Now, we have our mixed bun sao here. Look at that. Let's fold that in half here. This is one that you have to just roll again and just make a nice roll. Oh, mine's exploding, so not a great one, but let's just dip her in our sauce here. Wow, look how thick that sauce is. Oh my goodness. Okay, bun sao bite. Okay, this is definitely the crispiest dish that we've had all day today, because the bun sao pancake is ultra crispy and crunchy, and all the veggies as well just make for one super crunchy dish. Oh, and that peanut sauce is super peanutty, and I think there is turmeric in there because it has a bit of an earthy taste to it. I love the fresh taste of the bun sao with all of these veggies, but the cooked part of it is just honestly the best part. With the cooked marinated beef there, oh, it's like somewhat sweet, along with the little shrimps, really give it like a seafood taste as well. So crispy, I just wanted to try the pancake on its own. Today has been an awesome day trying a whole ton of different Vietnamese dishes. And we knew that Vietnamese cuisine was fresh, but today just opened our eyes in terms of just how light and just raw Vietnamese food can really be. Everything is just so fresh with all the veggies. Everything we've eaten today has just been a flavor explosion. And to top it off with this bun sao, it's just the cherry on top of our day. What an incredible day eating some incredible Vietnamese food. This is Vietnam street food and food at its finest, and I think I did a better job on this one there. And of course, this deliciously thick and sweet peanutty sauce. I love peanut sauce. So crispy. Non hoa. Non hoa. Oh, non hoa. What a delicious, delicious day. Alright guys, that does it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. We were in rice paper roll heaven today. I'm not gonna lie, I feel pretty healthy with everything we ate today. So light, and I'm pretty sure I could eat some more, but I'll have to save it for the next video. If you enjoyed this video, then give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, do all that fun stuff. We're hungry to travel. We'll see you next meal.